Hello everybody and welcome to another of these videos. It's Sunday again. It's Sunday the 3rd of September. September already, can you believe that? Summer is, well, nearly over. Even though the good weather usually, at least where I am, which we call good weather, which is basically less rain, which is not actually always the case in the summer, to be honest. It's been a very wet summer in that regard, so yeah, hasn't been great, but the summer is almost over and we're going to go into the fall or autumn or however you want to call it. It's not my favorite season, not gonna lie. I don't really like it. I like winter though. I think winter is kind of cool, but the problem is that it never really snows here either. It just stays wet. It just stays fucking wet due to the entire year. There's no snow. There's no real, there is real heat. I've definitely experienced some real heat. I can't wait for that to be over though. I like the sun, don't get me wrong, but I like the sun in other countries. Over here, it's just so frustratingly hot. It's just insufferable. So yeah, well, we're closing the end of summer, which is a good and a bad thing both. For a lot of people, it's a bad thing because the schools have started again. This is for a lot of people their first week back in school. If you go to school or their work or, you know, whatever you're into or do, I suppose. My hair is way too fucking long. I need a haircut. Look at that. I don't even know how to control this dead animal anymore. But yeah, a lot of people, I just want to do like this. A lot of people went to school for the first time ever since their summer holiday or summer break or however you call it is, have started. So, that's been like 4, 5, 6 weeks, for some people even months of no school and just going back into reality, and that is a boom. I'm definitely aware of that. I remember when I graduated from high school, I was 15, and I went on a summer vacation. Obviously, well, at least where I am from, we have the exams in like May, and like just at the start of June, we knew whether we would need to do some re-exam if we failed, or whether we graduated. And I graduated at once. So at the start of June, I had my summer vacation. I didn't have to go to school up until late August or even beginning of September. So you can see what a huge ass vacation that basically is. And of course, it was like maybe the middle of May, somewhere like in between the 10th and the 25th of May or something like that when we had the exams. And after that we only just had 1 or 2 days to like get the books back and get your diploma. So we basically started vacation in May and up to late August or September. So that is a huge amount of vacation. It's ridiculous. But yeah, I enjoyed that vacation. I went full force on YouTube. It was in 2000 and I was 15, so god, that's 5 years ago. That's mad, isn't it? It might be 2012. That's ridiculous. I'm not sure. I think in 2012, I went full on YouTube. I think it's 2013. I think it was 13. Yeah. Pretty sure it's 13. So yeah, I went full force on YouTube and, you know, all of that crap. And then all of a sudden, like we started YouTube like not that long before that, and I was really getting into it because I was figuring out how it worked. Well, somewhat. If I look at the videos from that period of time, definitely didn't. But I thought I knew what I was doing, kind of, and I got into the flow of things, and I kind of experienced how fun it was and how much I liked it. And then all of a sudden that big boom hit, like when I had to go to my new school, which was an engineering school, for the very first day again. And that bombshell hit me so damn hard. Like I had been focusing full force on YouTube every single day. And then all of a sudden that day, I couldn't do YouTube and I legitimately started to miss it. It was like an addiction. I started to, get my phone out. I think I had my first, I had a smartphone at that point. So I got my phone out and I was like, fuck, how's my channel doing? Every little break that we had, I was like checking my channel, checking everything that happened. Even though we're like 150 subscribers at that point. But I was madly invested in it, which was on the other channel. I actually ended up quitting that school after one whole day. Not because of the bombshell. Maybe looking back at it, that did have its part to play in the whole situation. But I quit because it didn't feel like it was the right step for me. But maybe that also felt that way because of I know that it isn't the profession I would have wanted to continue in, but it might have contributed a little bit. After that, I started audio visuality school, basically film school, film academy, or however you want to call it. I did that for 2 years. That didn't went very successful. And ever since I've been doing YouTube full time without getting the paycheck for it, though. So if you feel like donating anything to me, there's a one-time donation only button via PayPal in the description, as well as my Patreon account, which you can leave a monthly donation. Anything would be so much appreciated to help this channel going, because it's hard. You know, I want to play games for you like Uncharted and Life is Strange, but in my budgeting, what I still have to buy and purchase and handle, and also save for when something goes broke or goes amiss, I just can't afford it really. So let alone my, buying games for pleasure. It's an expensive thing to do this, YouTube. It doesn't have to be, but if you want to do it properly, in my case, I would do. When it comes to audio and quality and, the investment and the time, it's expensive. So it's really hard, and therefore anything of a donation would be tremendously appreciated. Also, I launched my new third channel, finally. I know last week I started talking about that I wanted to do that, and I finally did it. I got round to it doing it at the start of this week, and I don't think anyone has ever actually watched that video so far. I uploaded one video on it, which is a welcome video of what the channel is going to be about. So if you want more explanation on that, go to the link down in the description. I will try to remember to actually get that into the description. To go to my new third channel, which is totally different, by the way. So if you're not aware and you're into the gaming stuff, it's not about gaming or anything of the sorts whatsoever. So you're warned. I'm currently studying psychology and life coaching, and I made a channel dedicated to that. Not just my study, because it's also become a passion of mine, but I want to learn by helping and handling people's problems. So the system that's going to work with, which is explained in more detail, is on that channel and its first intro video. But it's basically going to be your problems, and I'm going to try to help you anonymously with said problems. All of the explanation, all that, link in the description. Go to the channel, subscribe if you're interested. If not, that's fine too. I can totally imagine you're not, and that's okay. But it's something that I want to take up on. I want to do. It's not going to be like daily videos there. It's probably going to be like a weekly thing. If I get enough responses, enough questions or problems, there's going to be more of them, and I'll just see what I do with the rest of it. Again, more explanation, go to the channel, links down in the description. Other than that, Life is Strange has actually launched the start of this weekend, maybe even slightly before that. Of course, Uncharted has launched as well. I haven't been able to purchase or play or see anything of both games. The seeing part is something that I do on purpose because I don't want to. Because I want to play it myself, and I definitely will buy them. But I'm also saving up for a tattoo as well, which I'm going to do on this arm right here. Eventually, I want a full-on sleeve on my right arm, but for now, of course, we're going to start with the basics, which is probably a half sleeve on this side of the arm. I want a tattoo there as well, so that's also another thing that I'm saving up for. It's hard. Again, donation buttons, they're appreciated, really. Not a lot of people use them, and that's fair enough, because, I know that some of my audience is a bit young, and others just might not want to invest in something like this, which is fair. You don't have to, but I would appreciate it. And I think that's whereabouts we're going to leave it. Oh, by the way, my mother turned 50 on Friday as well, which she thinks is very old, and it's kind of old, really. She doesn't look like it, though. So yeah, belated happy birthday to my mother, even though I've congratulated her in real life at the day itself. But yeah, that's not a thing that I wanted to. She's probably my biggest supporter, and therefore I think she deserves a mention. She's also I think my only patron. I think it's called a patron if you're. Yeah, I think it's called a patron. So I really appreciate that too. And she's always believed in me and keeps believing in me and what I do. And for someone to do that in the situation that I'm in right now, which obviously I'm doing good. My channels are growing and it's going okay, but I'm obviously not getting in the cash I would like to be able to support myself. It's an awesome thing to know that the parent you live with does seriously respect that and understands it and supports me in that. So I really appreciate that too. But for now, I'm just going to leave it there. Tomorrow we'll be back with Prison Architect on this channel. Maybe a reaction video or another other video on my, reaction channel, second channel, the Noobtainment channel, the big channel with link is down in the description. And again, there's going to be videos on my new third channel as well, which is called Coach Patrick. I couldn't think of anything else. I'm kind of like a life coach now, so it fits, I guess. Link is down in the description as well. 3 channels now, so God, you should be. If you like me, then, there's going to be more than enough of this ugly muck. It's not really ugly. I'm kind of self-centered. I'm fine with that, But no, there's going to be more than enough of my face on your screen if you like me, or at least more than enough possibilities to get that to happen. That's all up to you, of course. But I would appreciate it if you did. And that's where I'm going to leave it. So I hope you all have a fantastic weekend, and I hope to see you back tomorrow and in the weeks to come, because there's going to be plenty of content, plenty of videos, plenty of me. Whether you should be happy by that or not, I'm not sure, but that's up to you. And thanks for watching. Leave a donation if you can, and if you want to, I would really appreciate it. Go check out all of the channels, and then I'll see you guys in the next video. And now I'm going to try to just talk for a little bit and let this slowly roll over into that very special place in life, which is called the 10-minute mark. So, yeah, now that's settled. Bye!